Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our next 2014 California Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Kent Olson. His presenter is his former high school wrestler who was a state champion and then went on to be a three-time All-American, two-time NCAA champion, and current assistant coach at Wyoming, Mr. Chris Pendleton. Kent wrestled at Mount San Antonio College and Cal State Fullerton, where he was a two-time letterman and voted most inspirational wrestler while at Mount Sac. From 1974 through 1978, Kent established the Covina Recreation Wrestling Program. Kent coached high school wrestling for 31 years, primarily at Lemoore High School, where his coaching record was 331 wins, 32 defeats, and 1 tie. His overall record is 451 wins, 65 defeats, and 2 ties. He has the second most all-time wins by a coach in the state of California. While at Lemoore, his teams won 16 West Yosemite League championships, 13 division championships, numerous top 10 state finishes, and he coached 4 CIF state champions. Furthermore, he coached 102 league champions, 16 valley champions, 66 place winners, 13 divisional champions, 90 place winners, 17 area champions, 33 place winners, 3 senior national place winners. In 2006, Kent became the head wrestling coach at West Hills College. His team won 3 consecutive and 2 regional championships. He has been named the Wrestling Coach of the Year 7 times. He now serves as the president of California Community College Wrestling. He has also spent 15 years as WYL League Rep and Central Section Advisory Committee for Wrestling, 10 years as President Board Rep of the KTWA and Central Valley Wrestling Association under USA Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, inducted into the 2014 California Wrestling Hall of Fame, Mr. Kent Olson.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Team 1998, for being here tonight. Also, thank you for all the West Hills group. That I appreciate you guys showing up, and for this great honor for mine. And I appreciate my family, my brother Greg, my sister Julie, who probably, if there was wrestling back in the early '80s, she probably won a few state championships. At least in our house, she was pretty tough. I want to thank my mom, who's had three boys that wrestled down there at Royal Oak High School and also in college at Humboldt State. So I really appreciate her an awful lot. And I know my dad's pretty proud right now. He's not with us, but he's pretty proud of everything that we've accomplished. Before I get on to the deal, I definitely, I probably wouldn't be able to do this without this individual, and that's my wife. I know everybody's talked about their wives, and she told me right out that this is your job. You need to get out there and do what you need to do. And she's been very competitive alongside me for a lot of years. At Lemoore High School and now at West Hills College, and I owe a lot to my wife Melinda. Most of you that are in the room probably know basically know me as the coach at Lemoore High School, but there's an old guy from Oklahoma. The first year I was here, I was about ready to leave. I was wanting to go back to Southern California, and I mentioned a few things like, this is bum Egypt. And so Coach Reesner, JT Reesner, who was a great coach, he took me to a small town just west of Lemoore, a few minutes away, and took me to a little steakhouse that there was a bowling alley in. And I'm not going to name the name because I respect the town. Anyway, he goes, Coach, I know you've been talking about this is bum Egypt. And he gets out there in his spandex coaching shorts and goes, but Coach, this is the mouth of the Nile. And I haven't left. And we don't have a whole lot of water on our side of town now, but it is the mouth of the Nile. I started my wrestling career at Royal Oak High School in Covina, and was coached by Len Musick. Also was coached by Lou Farrar, who's still coaching football at Charter Oak High School today. I had a really good, when I did my student teaching, I had a student master teacher that was, his name was Doug Majors. And I probably, if there's anything that motivated me a lot about going into teaching was him. There was one day, I'm a freshman in high school, and he's got these two big old football players, kind of, you could do this about 1968 or 69. But he had them about 6 inches off the ground. He was just talking to them, and I was pretty impressed. And that's probably why I wanted to go back to my high school and be mentored by Doug Majors. But Doug was a great baseball coach, as well as just a great human being. From there, I went to Mount Sac Junior College, and I want to say really a lot about this coach, Fred Burry. Fred was the type of guy that you needed to have when you were 18, 19 years old, coming out of high school. He was kind of throwing the baton from your dad to the coach. And Fred wasn't a technical type of coach, but he was a guy that you needed to have around, and he would do everything for you. And so I really want to thank Fred Burry. And Fred's still going strong. I saw him at the NCAAs, and I love the guy. I went to Cal State Fullerton, graduated from there. Made a lot of good friends. Some of those friends are still coaching. And anyway, it's about that time. Anyway, we have a few more minutes, a few more seconds. We had a bet going in 5 minutes. I started out at Boys Republic. Those that don't know where Boys Republic is, in Chino, and I got a really good taste of teaching there. But the biggest thing at Lemoore High School, it was just 21 years. We had a great time there. We won a lot, and I really appreciated all the young men that I coached. Anyway, who's in the house? Who's next? Who cares? Anyway, I appreciate everybody here, and I'm greatly humbled by this induction. Thank you.